I can see how that could happen, no?
Has that happened? Or?
Yeah, there has.
Really?
I bet.
Oh, my God. What happened?
Oh, there's too many to name. It's crazy.
Just give us the shortest, most salacious story.
All right, Lisa, what about the guy that liked your page? That one guy that, he was just going at you, wasn't it? Like, you told me about...
there have been a couple of people that I've just had...
We're not going to name any names.
Had to defriend, like, just multiple messages that start out like, hey, beautiful, so how are you? And then I get another one an hour later. Hello, I asked you a question. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I see, this is how it is. You know, it's just like this escalating series of messages where
that
I'm like,
you don't even know the person. Right. And something is not right if this person's getting that upset that quickly.
It can be.
Mind you, she's on stage 10 feet in front of the guy, so she can't respond.
I can understand.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, this is happening while you're on stage? No. I'm thinking, so you guys are looking at your Facebook page while you're on stage, or what?
No, I mean most people are really cool and they're about the show and it's fun and it's a good time. But you do get those people who are
right. You have no control who's going to be in that audience. I mean, it could be loaded with perverts for all you know.
Not at PB&J.
No, that's
perverts allowed.
No perverts allowed at PB&J.
We do a pervert check at the door.
We see your ID.
I never thought about that. That you would have that problem. Well, more so with an attractive female.
Yeah, I play bass, so I don't have to worry about that.
No.
Oh, but we were just talking to Patrick Bertoletti, who's a competitive eater, and he said that there's groupies in that field. So can you imagine?
Can you imagine? Lisa, we're going to use you as a test subject, okay?
Okay.
After a guy has ingested like 60 hot dogs, but in order to be efficient, you don't chew. You just slide them down your throat. Would you? Does that turn you on?
What a visual!
And there's
right.
well, actually, I didn't give you the full visual. In order to get him down, he dunks him in red Kool-Aid, and then it's just dripping down his face and his.
There you go.
So red, soggy Kool-Aid hot dog buns.
Yeah.
Well,
with the hot dog, with the hot dog.
So now, don't you think you'd want to get to know this guy?
Find him on Facebook.
I might want to get to know him.
Well, he does like to go out drinking afterwards.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, and drinking in country western. I mean, come on.
All you need is a pickup truck.
Yeah.
You're all set. And a couple of good-looking girls in bikini tops.
Yeah.
Well, we could take you two. You guys are very good looking. And we got a pickup truck outside.
Well, thank you. Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
You want me to leave?
Only if you're going to get beer, Frank.
Yes, all right. Incidentally, if you're joining us in progress, we have 3 members of the band RockStar Rodeo in the studio with us today. Timmy Gilbert, Lisa Lambert, and Danny Bryan.
Yes.
And, no, I got it down right. I got it. Yeah.
So
no
relationship.
No relation to Miranda, right? No.
No.
Okay.
She's just a kick-ass singer. Ooh, can I say that?
Just did.
So.
Yeah. You can say that, but there's other words we ask you to refrain from, okay?
Don't mention it.
Yeah.
We can't tell you what they are.
I mean,
We can figure it out.
this isn't like bar time here. Last call.
I'm liking this Rockstar Rodeo shirt you're sporting here, Timmy. Is this something that's going to be for sale tonight? It's got kind of a Jack Daniels label look to it, I think. Very cool.
Yes.
Danny actually sat down and spent like 3 days working on the logo and trying to
That's awesome.
come up with this. And we ended up having it. We sold out in like 15 days.
Well, what's our crowd going to be able to buy tonight?
Oh, we're still working on another shirt order and everything like that. But we do give.
Well, you have them by tonight?
Well, no.
Same day tees where they.
We did actually take a lot of pictures. We signed some hats and we gave away drumsticks and Timmy.
Well, that's a great way to monetize things.
Timmy and Timmy both have picks that are like their guitar picks that are logoed and everything.
Oh, all right.
Awesome.
So when did you fire your merchandise manager?
Well, we're kind of self-managed, so I guess that'll be.
All right, okay.
That's even worse. When the only person you can blame is yourself.
But a lot of band members tell me that that's important. That's an important element in the business now. You really should focus on that as well.
Well, I mean, it does take a lot of work to do all this, and we do have help. We do have help from some great people. My wife, Hannah, if you're listening, I love you. But anyways, she she sends out like itineraries for all the shows and tells everybody, here's where you need to be. This is the sound check. She handles all of that stuff for us. We had Tom, Hackowitz, who was working with us for a while, and he would do just set lists.
Is that Tom's real last name?
Yes. He would kind of do PR and stuff like that, So, I mean, it does take I guess you could say a team. I'm sure just like with what you guys do, with the radio and the
we're a
magazine.
great team, yeah.
So, it takes a team to really do all this. Yeah. And we have a lot of supporters.
But you still love her even if she isn't listening, right?
Oh, yes, but I know she is. She actually, she texts me.
Okay.
Hi, Hannah.
Well, now you're putting the pressure on us.
Yes.
Because our listenership just doubled.
Yeah.
and actually, we just got married last week. So.
Did you really?
Congratulations.
Wow. So this is really the honeymoon.
We spent a week down in Tennessee. We went to Nashville. We all went to Nashville, partied, and then we got married in Kingston, Tennessee, on like a old plantation, 300 acres.
Oh,
Awesome.
Beautiful. And then we spent the rest of the week out there on the honeymoon, and now it's back to. This is one of our first shows back.
Yeah, but Daniel, you said the honeymoon was a week ago, but you really want to say that the honeymoon is going to continue.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Forever.
I mean, yeah. So when you met her, was she smitten?
When I met her, actually.
Yeah. Was it instant for her? Or did you have to do a sales job?
No, I think I had to do a sales job. She's a lot better looking than me.
So I think that's code for you married up.
Yes.
I don't know.
Good for
You're
you.
a pretty good-looking guy, though.
But you
your
haven't
wife
seen-
must be absolutely gorgeous.
You haven't seen her yet.
Oh, Lisa's shaking her
Yes.
head. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
She is.
So
And
how
she's
did you
a good
meet?
person.
How did
Oh,
you
that's
meet?
even more important.
We met at a bar. Actually, it was there was a big rock show going on. It was a big rock show. It was one you were there, I think. He was in another band at the time. That's where I got him from.
You picked up your wife and
my bass player and my wife in the same.
wow, what a score, man!
But no, it was a big rock concert, and she was there, and I had noticed her, of course. She's a very attractive woman, but I didn't really say anything. I'm not really the guy that's forward to go talk to anybody.
Wait a minute, you're in a band. I would
I
think
know.
that.
Lead singer.
Come on.
But that's the thing. I come alive on stage in front of a lot of people. But when it's one-on-one, I'm just kind of like, yeah. But no, she actually
So
came.
actually, your personality is different up there, right?
Yes.
When you're on, you're on.
Yes.
When you get off the stage, there's a whole different
Yes.
persona or side to you.
Yes.
Interesting.
But she came up to me and she said, do you have a lighter? And I said, sure. And I gave her.
You look hot to me.
And no, she asked me for a lighter.
Right. Yeah, that's right. We were.
And I gave
that
her-
was her pickup
I
line.
gave
right?
her a lighter, and she doesn't even smoke, turns out. But she asked me for a lighter, and I gave her a lighter, and she smoked then, just for the conversation, maybe, I don't know. And then she leaned in and said, or when I leaned in to hand her a lighter, she goes, "You smell really good." And I was like, "I know." And I took my lighter and walked away.
That's a fine thing to do.
Yeah, and then it took some work to, I guess you could say, try to talk to her again.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
And the rest is history. How long ago was that?
2 years ago. So.
Do you know what the divorce rate is for musicians? No, I just think that divorce is an occupational hazard in the music business.
Well, Hannah, I'll be honest with you, and maybe this is a little forward, but
No, anything goes on the show.
Hannah was born in Mississippi. She's a Southern girl.
Okay.
Her father was a pastor.
Oh, boy.
She's a virgin. The whole nine. I mean, everything. Like you're talking. I got me a Southern girl preacher's daughter, and when we first met, and I, found out all this, I was like, "You want to
That's
bring
a
me
lot of
home
pressure.
with tattoos and all this stuff, and on top, your dad's got a lot of guns, But
But it went well with Dad?
yeah, absolutely, yeah. I absolutely love her family, and we get along great. And
Well, that's good. That's a great story.
It is. Check back with us in 10 years, will you, please? I'm hoping that it sounds just as good 10 years
yes,
from now.
well, I don't think she'll get rid of me.
Good. And you have no intention of getting rid of her?
Never,
That's
never.
good.
She
I like
takes
to
she
hear
takes
that.
too good a care of me.
That's nice.
That's good.
How about you,
That was so
Lisa? Any significant other in your life?
Yeah, actually.
I'm surprised you answered that, considering the third degree
I was
that you just gave
thinking.
me.
No, I was thinking earlier. Whenever when you guys were talking about stalkers.
Wait, stop a minute. Maria, you have your finger on the button, right?
I do.
Okay, thank you.
So you know, actually, my boyfriend is 6'2". Or 6'5", 6'2". Where am I getting 6'2"? 6'5". So he
That
doubles
comes in
as my bodyguard. But
And you're kind of a small person, aren't you?
yeah,
Well, how tall are you?
5 foot. Yeah.
Wow,
That's
you're very
interesting.
petite.
Yes. Yeah. So it makes it fun. You know, interesting. It's good. But he's actually been Danny's best friend since 2nd grade. So.
No
Oh.
kidding.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. And how long have you two
Why you
been?
looked at him?
It's been about 5 months now, I think. I heard he's been working on me for a while, but
He was one of those stalkers at the shows.
He's that Facebook guy, huh?
so
that's
so, yeah,
cool.
so it's good. It's fun.
And does
Going
he
well.
come to shows?
He does actually. He's come to a lot of shows over the summer just to.
But you guys do a lot of traveling. I mean, you're not just doing regional. You've been
Yes.
crisscrossing
Yeah.
the country, haven't
yeah,
you?
he's really been making, you know, I want to say like a sacrifice because he's
Well,
wants
he-
to see me, and between work and our shows, he's coming out a lot, and he's seen our show a lot, you know, and I know
He's bored of
that's hard, you know. I mean, it is hard. It's just it's difficult when.
So if we see a real tall guy standing in the
Yeah.
back, it might be him.
Yeah, exactly.
Bald.
But it's difficult, you know, to be that other person and be, you know, you want to spend time with your significant other, and they're on the go, and it's sort of like, you know, I guess if I want to see you, I got to go.
Well, that's why I was referring to about the divorce rate. I mean, if
It is a
you're-
tough life.
It's a tough.
It is.
It is really a tough life if you're a married person. You do have to make sacrifices. You have to have certain arrangements worked out in advance, or you're going to have problems.
Yep.
But he knew what he was getting into, right?
He did.
Yeah, so-
You know, it's
It
it's
is.
a choice
Yeah.
that you make. It is.
Yeah.
So,
I want to thank you. You performed for us at Celebrate America, and I was really inspired by your rendition of the national anthem.
And we felt so bad because the timing was a little off because
Yes.
they had told us the fireworks were supposed to start 15 minutes later than they
Yeah.
did. And you guys had it so perfect where we were going to go from the national anthem into the fireworks.
Yes.
Most impressive, though.
Well, thank you. That's pretty much all,
all
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy, the guitar player. You know, Jimmy's probably he's the oldest member of the band, but Jimmy's just been playing guitar. He's very, very well known all across, you know, Chicago and Nashville and everything. He's just a monster on that guitar. We feel fortunate to have somebody like him in our band, especially being as talented as he is on that instrument.
Absolutely.
Now, you said he's the oldster of the band.
Yes.
What age?
Jimmy.
You can round it to the nearest.
Oh,
Tim's going, oh.
I don't know if he wants us to say his
he
age.
might not.
Well, come on,
He's
a guy.
38.
He's 24.
Yeah.
No, he won't care.
Somewhere between 30 and 50.
Are you serious?
Jimmy's in his 40s.
Oh, he's a young man.
Yeah, but he does look young, you know, like my wife. Them Italians, they age well. I don't know.
Well, then what happened to me?
It's the other half.
Oh,
Yes.
He's only half Italian.
all right. So, Danny, what's going on with the weather there? Have you
No,
looked?
that's Timmy.
Timmy, I'm sorry, Timmy.
Well, it's moving pretty fast, actually. It's
Because when I popped into the green room, you had said that it wasn't all that much earlier that it was in Iowa.
yeah, it's already
already here.
almost halfway through Wisconsin. So
So what
it's,
time is it going to hit us?
Actually, if we are fortunate enough, it moves fast enough. It might start before, and it
Right,
might be
and then we'll
okay.
have that clearing. And
Well, and
is
as,
there anything behind that? Another
No.
front? Okay.
No.
and as we've done before, Dan and Pete are nice enough to open up the phone lines for us
Yes.
if necessary, so we can alert people as to whether or not the show was going on.
Right.
And we've done that before. A few years ago, we had rain at 6 o'clock, and we said, okay, we're going to wait till 6:30, see what happens. We all huddled under tents until 6:29. The skies opened up, sun came out, and we had a great show. So,
And
so
it was
don't
like,
give up on us.
yeah,
what we're hoping
and it's like crowds came from nowhere.
It was bizarre. It was almost like, you know, when they parted the waters. It was like, "Ah!" and people were coming.
Hallelujah. But yes, well, Dan and Pete, they're great about letting us share the information on their show. So even if it looks questionable, Kim, I want you to call in and just give everybody an update, okay?
If Dan and Pete will allow it, I'll be happy.
they have in the past. I don't see any
Yeah, we
reason
got
why
the
it'll
hotline
change now.
number. It makes us very special.
All right, so how long has the band been together?
I started the band. I started the band back in 2011. It was actually a whole different lineup. But I started the band. I grew up basically always being a big country fan, but there wasn't much of a market for it, especially in the cover band scene. So started the band, and basically it was a group of friends, and it was, as it started to grow, my good friend Tommy, he kind of wanted to settle down with his woman. I was not in a position to settle down at that point, but I was just thinking about the music and stuff like that, and I would go to a lot of shows. I would go to a lot of shows and meet a lot of people, and that's where I met Timmy. Timmy was playing in an original band, like a rock metal band, and they were playing. I approached him, talked to him. Lisa was actually a voice teacher, and we were at this club, and they were hosting like a recital. It was a music school that was hosting a recital for all of its students, and they would take all the different age groups and form these little bands. And this one girl that was it actually turns out, small world, it was Tim's little sister, 13 years old, started singing and just blew the roof off this place, only to find out that Lisa was her teacher. And around 3/4 of the way through this event, all the teachers get up there and do a show together. So I saw Lisa perform, and I'm like, I got to get her. And then, Jimmy, me and Jimmy, I guess you could say we're both hard-headed, we butt heads, He's the leader.
Is that why he's not here?
No. Jimmy's actually, Jimmy's very meticulous. Like I said, he's real good at his instruments, so he's over there making sure his guitars are back in their cases. He's probably restringing one of them, that's just how he is. But me and Jimmy, we sang together a few times just at jam nights or whatever, and it was like, hey, we work well together, and finally... and then we did have Hugo in the band, but Hugo decided that he wanted to settle down, and he was going to step back and resign from the band because our schedule was getting a little hectic. And Nate was actually the drummer for another country band that was out by the Quad Cities called the Cal Stage Band. And Nate was he's from like Chicago, so he couldn't be traveling all the time out to the Quad Cities. So he was looking for an opportunity that was a little bit closer, and that's how we kind of all came together. But the name of the band was actually taking the country music that we do play, and if you listen to it or you heard us live, we are a little harder. We do a little bit more of a rock edge to it, and I think that's why I think it's worked for us, because people who like rock and roll, we get people who are like, I don't like country music, they see us and they're like, but I like what you guys did to it, so, but it's fun.
So, have you ever been to a rodeo?
No.
I have.
Nope, I haven't.
Yeah. We went once. You didn't like it, did you?
I felt bad for the animals.
I felt bad for the clown.
Oh, the clown loves it.
Yes.
I've been to many rodeos.
Have you?
Yes.
She's from Montana,
We don't.
Okay.
and she loves country.
We have rodeo club in Montana. So it's
Rodeo
no football, no baseball. It's rodeo club.
Rodeo Club. Love it. Love it.
I think I would like that.
Yeah. All right. We're going to squeeze in a break here, but when we come back, a little bit more of RockStar Rodeo on AM 1050 WLIP. Do we have another song, Maria?
Yeah, we sure do.
Okay. All right.
Whether you love them or love to hate them, Lenny Palmer, weekday mornings.